Hey Stat Kids family, Mr. Jeremy here. Thank you so much for checking out this awesome training video that we put together. This video is going to be to help all of our wonderful volunteers who help us out in our nursery classes. This video is designed to help you be able to get that room set up just the way you like it to be. Now, I try to do my best to make sure that the room is already completely set up for you. I don't want you to feel like you've got to go through all the rigmarole of making sure everything is where it needs to be. But sometimes there's a chance I might not be here, and I want you to be able to feel confident to take care of it no matter what happens. So hopefully this video will be able to answer any of your questions, so you'll be able to have the room set up just the way you need it to have an awesome Sunday service. Let's get started. So our Tidepool room is for our nursery students all the way up from 0 to 3 years old. We do share this room during the week with our Planting Eden kids, so we do want to do our best to make sure everything is put back nice and neat just as we were able to find it on Sunday morning. If you ever have any questions about where something goes or where it should be, you can always ask me, or you can talk to Julie McFarland, who is our director for Planting Eden. So the room looks great, so now let's start getting it set up. Typically out here in the hallway, you're going to see our wonderful portable TV that we like to use to do praise and worship and to do awesome videos that we can watch along with to go with our story. So we can typically just grab this out of the hallway and we're just going to send it right on in to the nursery room. Now you will notice at the bottom, each of the wheels does have a little bit of a lock on it. So once you've got it in place, typically what we like to try and do is line up this edge of the TV with the wall right here. Make it look a little bit like that, just so it's a little more out of the way and a little bit easier for everyone to get in and out. So if you want to, down here at the bottom, you'll see that there's little locks on each wheel. This is a very secure and stable stand, but if you just like that little bit of added extra protection, you can lock those in place as well. So one of the other reasons why we try to put the TV right here is because that is where our best outlet connection is. So we do have everything already pre-hooked to this really sturdy green extension cord. So best thing you'll want to do is just come right down here. You can just pull this top one off. Usually it's in there pretty good, but that's also to make sure everything is nice and safe for our little ones. You can use the tip of the extension cord. That sometimes makes it a little easier to pull out. So once you've got that top one pulled out, then you can just plug it right in there. And then what I like to try and do, or at least just so we don't lose these, is I'll just set it right here on the little table that goes with the stand for the TV. So once you've got it plugged in, this is an Amazon Fire TV. So when you do turn it on, don't fret if you start seeing ridiculous ads for Amazon TV shows. It's not going to be an issue, because all we're going to do is we're going to go straight to our YouTube app and pull up our Stat Kids YouTube page, which is what you're watching this on right now. So it'll take just a minute or so for the TV to turn on. And then once it's loaded up, it'll pull up the main page. And from there, you'll be able to see on the very top bar, once it becomes available, you will see a YouTube tab. So right now it's highlighting on the home button, but then once it loads all the way across, as you can see on that top bar, there's Netflix, Amazon Prime, Freevee, and then YouTube. So all you'll need to do is just on the remote, push over on the right, it's the big circle here, you'll push on the right until where it's highlighted, right over YouTube, and then you'll just click the middle of it right there. So then that's going to open the YouTube app on the television, and then all you'll need to do is it should be highlighting right over there on the home button. Oh, as my fingers gets in the way. So then we're just going to go down off to where it says home. We're going to go down to library. And then from library, you click over, you'll see our playlists down there at the bottom. And so we want to highlight the Tidepool class playlist. Typically what you're going to see is a roughly 45-minute to 1 hour music video. This is just fun music for our kids to listen to when they're coming into the classroom. And then attached to that is going to be our Bible lesson video that can be played as well. So once you have that pulled up, you're all set to go with the Amazon TV. But I think it would be helpful if we had a few more things in here. So once the TV is all set up, we will go get our cart that's got all of our classroom supplies on it. So you want to head all the way down to the end of the hall to come into our prep room. And in our prep room, you will have a cart labeled Nursery. And what should typically be in the top of the cart, there will be a canister with our snack that we have available, our cups that we have available. If there's running low on cups, we always do our best to keep some extras on hand. And then there should also be some type of first aid kit in there. If you are ever missing any of those items, please don't hesitate to let Mr. Jeremy know. We want to make sure everything is available and ready for you. So that should typically be on the top shelf. And then on the middle shelf, you should have our Bible story cards, our check-in tabs, and also our little order of service, which we will go over in another video because we don't want to keep you too long. So I'm just going to roll this cart on down back to the Tidepool class. And typically when we try to keep this in the classroom, this cart does not have any locking. Well, actually it does have 2 locking wheels now that I say that. But because it is such a smaller cart, it's a lot less likely to tip over. But again, if you want to give yourself that added bit of safety, you can just flip the lock on just like that, just to make it a little more extra secure. So then what you can do is you can take all of these items on the middle shelf, and then we'll bring them right up here onto the changing table. And what I typically try to do is we have 2 copies of our Bible story for the week, and I'll just try to keep those side by side. We usually try to have one for you, the teacher, to be able to use, and then another one for the kids to be able to pass around, chew on, whatever, just so they can be a little more hands-on with it. Then we'll have our order of service here, and then we'll also have our check-in sheet, along with some additional name tags, just in case somebody gets dropped off and they do not have one. And that's it. That is all you need to get everything set up for your awesome, awesome day in the Tidepool room. And again, if there's anything that's missing, if there's every time you have any questions that you need any help with, please don't hesitate to ask. It is what I'm here for, to make every chance you have in the Tidepool room to be a wonderful experience, not just for the kids, but for you as well. We want everything you do to be blessed, and we want you to be blessed doing it as well. So don't hesitate to call me. You can reach me through any of the information that's going to be listed in the description of this video, or you can leave a comment in the video as well. But for all of you who have been volunteering in our Tidepool Nursery, thank you so much for all that you do. I hope this video is helpful. Be sure to check out our other video where we're going to be kind of going over the order of service, just to let you know how things can go a little bit smoothly for you on a Sunday morning. Other than that, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, guys.